Many large organizations have a security team, but most organizations aren't large enough to have this luxury. So this is going to fall on one or more of the sysadmins in a company. It's important to know what will be expected of you as a sysadmin when it comes to security. The average cost of a security breach is now in the millions, and I've seen more than one company go under for a single breach. Your job as a sysadmin who also works to secure the infrastructure starts with monitoring systems. Make sure you have a good monitoring program regardless if your data is in the cloud or on premises. If any resource like a server goes offline or suddenly becomes very busy, it could be because of a breach. Next, you need to identify security vulnerabilities. Your company may use software that's outdated, but so customized they can't get rid of it. Find out what ports they listen on and what databases they use, along with the versions of files that make it work. Then find ways to mitigate the risk by hiring a programmer, lock down unused ports, or look to replace it altogether. Monitor traffic using intrusion, prevention, and detection devices and services. These will tell you if any unusual traffic is happening and if they fit a particular attack pattern. When these are found, you can have a script auto-run to block the traffic, or you can manually go in and mitigate the issue. Have good antivirus that is up to date and works with your applications. Some AV programs cause applications to have issues, so make sure everything is compatible. Many companies are adding a second AV as well. Make sure these don't try to fight each other, causing a kernel panic in your operating system. Run updates on a regular basis, but not just for Windows computers. Do it for all operating systems and applications. You may need System Center Configuration Manager to do this, or use Endpoint Managed Cloud Service from Microsoft. Any vulnerability could be the way you're compromised. Encrypt all data that leaves your office with products like BitLocker. If not, then all client data that has been lost by a missing laptop will have to be reported to the client, and that could be a difficult discussion. Encrypt all data streams within the organization to prevent man-in-the-middle attacks. This can include VPNs, DNS security, SMB 3.11, and others. Use certificates to ensure data streams are protected as needed. Prepare a network recovery plan. Make sure backups are not on the Active Directory domain and have some available that are in the cloud or offline in case of a ransomware encryption attack. Recovery needs to happen as quickly and completely as possible after a breach.
Phishing attacks are typically emails sent to a potential victim that does one or more of many actions. The email contents will attempt to get the victim to click a link. The link usually sends them off to an infected or compromised site that will add malware to the victim's computer. It could also just pretend to be another site like a bank or credit card logon page. Once the credentials are entered, the hacker now has the means to log in and steal the user's money. It could also be a specific kind of phishing called spear phishing. This is simply to get the user to believe they are someone in charge at an organization. The email will direct the victim to release funds or give personal information that will benefit the hacker. The emails will generally be very professional looking and convincing to the victim. They may include personal details only known to the victim and the user they're replicating. This could have been attained from online information or having hacked the credentials of the user they're pretending to be and monitoring their email. Without certain controls in place, money could be easily transferred directly to the hacker. With all of this information about how a hacker can fool us into giving away money, how do we protect ourselves? The best way is by user training and procedures. Train users how to spot phishing email. If any money needs to be transferred, use procedures such as a phone call or a walk to the person's office to confirm the money needs to be transferred. Send out monthly test phishing emails to users and audit the users that click on them. They can be password reset emails from an outside source to test them, as an example. Those that click on the emails may need to watch a video on phishing and pass a short quiz. Use anti-phishing services such as the one from Microsoft 365 Exchange Online. These types of services are expert at spotting and stopping most phishing messages that come in to an organization. Phishing campaigns by hackers will continue to become more difficult to spot, so vigilance will be needed to keep users from ever clicking phishing emails in the future. Network intrusions can be done silently in the background while a hacker waits for the best time to strike, or very quickly bringing down a network within a matter of minutes, as computers are infected as fast as possible to avoid any single computer from being shut down from the network. As a sysadmin, it will be your job to prevent intrusions when possible and detect them before they do much harm if they do get through your defenses. A network-based intrusion detection system, or IDS, detects malicious traffic on a network. IDS usually requires promiscuous network access in order to analyze all traffic, including all unicast traffic. Promiscuous mode basically means that it can read or sniff every packet coming in from another network interface. IDS are passive devices that do not interfere with the traffic they monitor. The IDS sniffs the internal interface of the firewall in read-only mode and sends alerts to an IDS management server from a different network interface. Here's an IDS setup showing the traffic passively going through the firewall to the protected device. It won't stop anything, but it will report on any known attacks that may try to come through. This can be an alert sent by email, text, or other means to let the sysadmin know an attack is happening. An intrusion prevention service, or IPS, installed on a device is very different from an IDS. An IPS will listen for normal traffic on all configured devices. When it sees traffic that isn't normal, it stops the traffic and alerts the sysadmin. As an example, let's say that you have a file and print server. The IPS detects that email is being sent out from the server, which has never been done before. The IPS has an agent on the box and will use it to stop the traffic and let the sysadmin know it has likely been compromised. The IPS device sits outside the server being monitored, unlike the passive IDS device. The agent will report back to the IPS server that there's an issue where the traffic will be stopped until the server is analyzed and released. Some devices claim to be both IDS and IPS, but as you can see, they're very different from each other. It is possible to combine the two, but it would be more effective to have them stay separate. IDS and IPS have been around a long time and used very effectively against network intrusions.